The Himalayas can be at their harshest in winter. And yet, as the snow falls on the mountains and the rivers freeze over, scientists have the best chance to study the elusive snow leopard. The mountainous region of Ladakh is situated in the northern Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir. Its capital, Leh, was once the crossroads of Asia. It's also the home of the local office of the Snow Leopard Conservancy. The SLC in Ladakh, through scientific study, works towards minimizing the conflicts between local people and the endangered animal.
So the SLC's mission really is to transform the situation of conflict between herders and wildlife into coexistence between the two, to the benefit of both.
Plants must grow and flower quickly to take advantage of the short season of warmth. The Himalayan marmot is very active during the warm months, putting on fat that will last it through its long hibernation during winter. Using a chirping alarm call, the marmot warns others of danger. It's often hunted in the summer by the snow leopard. Another favourite prey of the snow leopard is the burrell, otherwise known as the blue sheep. It's often said that where there are blue sheep, you'll also find snow leopards. Young blue sheep are born at the start of summer and later form into nurseries which keep close to the female herds. At any hint of danger, they run to nearby rock cliffs. Their agility on this treacherous terrain is their best defence against snow leopards or wolves. The SLC is conducting counts of the blue sheep and other natural prey species to determine if there is enough animals to sustain the snow leopard population. The wolf also visits more rocky terrain, where it will scavenge leopard kills and take domestic stock when it gets the opportunity. In such a mountainous country with few roads, horses are used to carry loads and people. When not in use, they are left to graze away from the village and are occasionally killed by wolves and snow leopards. It's no wonder then that the local people try to kill these large predators. Outside national parks and in remote places, traps are built by digging a deep pit and lining it with stones that slope in towards the top. Meat is placed at the bottom to entice wolf or leopard. Once inside, it can't leap out again, and the unfortunate animal is then stoned to death. To try and prevent this from happening, the SLC holds meetings with local people and explains the benefits of protecting wildlife. Rinchen explains that when there is a healthy population of wild animals around to prey on, the leopard is less likely to attack domestic stock. Sheep and goats are especially vulnerable to predation, as they are small-bodied and kept in nighttime pens that predators can easily enter. The Snow Leopard Conservancy, together with the Ladakhi herders, have constructed strong roofed enclosures to replace them. The SLC also encourages better herding practices, as carelessly guarded flocks are an easy target for a hungry snow leopard. For the nomads on the Chang Tang, livestock is essential for their livelihood. But if a leopard gets into an enclosure, it will most likely try to kill all the sheep and goats in a hunting frenzy. This is a huge loss for the herders. As well as milk, the wool and hair of yak, sheep and goats is important to all rural Ladakis. At meetings, Rinchen points out ways the villagers can use wildlife and tourism to generate more of a cash income.
So I'm beginning to train Ladakhi youth in nature guiding so that they can take out visitors that come to the homestays and show them the local wildlife.
All too quickly, the colder weather arrives. Heavy snow on the mountains is welcomed by the Ladakis, as it will ensure a good supply of water for the gardens next summer. But for now, most water is frozen. Ibex and blue sheep move lower down on the mountains, where pasturing is easier and the temperature less severe.
Seeing the cat is extremely difficult, but it's not hard to find their sign, especially in the fall and early spring when the cats are lower down. And we can do that in several ways. One way is to run what we call sign transects, where we walk up a valley or up a ridge line and we're looking for the scrapes and the feces and the other sign left by snow leopard.
And we want it probably about like that.
So, when they stand, they stand with their feet on here and their feet on there.
And so, if we got it about like that.
Yeah.
This site, H4A Rinchen, really produced the best results last year. Jigmut's Rock, we probably got like 15 pictures from it in the 2.5 months that we had cameras up. And what I would like to do now is collect the hair. We've got a camera trap about 30 meters up the trail here, and we're trying to match the picture with the cat with its hair for later lab analysis. It's been sprayed over many generations by different cats, and so it's like a common visiting post where all the cats come, and from the scent they presumably tell the gender and the individual who left the scent here, and knowing that they can decide to either come this way or maybe they should stay away, it's not safe to do it. And the cat is cheek rubbing on this, and when it cheek rubs, the loose hairs are coming out, and what we're looking for are hairs that have follicles on them, because the follicles of course contain the DNA, the nuclear material. And that is what's going to identify the different individuals.
To get an estimate of how many leopards there are in this part of the Hemis National Park, the SLC conducted a survey during the winter of 2004. Camera traps were put on well-used leopard trails and also in more remote locations to see how far the cats travel.
18th December.
Rod shows filmmaker Hugh Miles how he identifies each snow leopard. Looking for a distinctive marking, he can match photos of the cats. This will help in estimating how many snow leopards are in the Rumbuk area.
One is to develop what we call traditional homestays, whereby visitors can experience Ladakhi culture, spend a night or several nights in the home of a Ladakhi family. And for that, of course, obviously the villagers are earning income. They're providing simple meals, there's a simple room that they offer. And so it's a really, I think, very much a win-win situation for both the provider and the visitor.
Sometimes during the course of their work in distant places, the SLC team stays in the houses of local people. This gives them a chance to discuss local concerns regarding wildlife. With the horses loaded, they head back to camp, but first they must cross several frozen rivers. These can be treacherous. On their return journey, Rodney checks the recordings of events at cameras placed in a side valley.
There's event number 2 at 4:13, and that's when Rob came through and it reset it. And now we're looking at 1:20 today, so it was this morning. And the cat event number 3 came through at, oh, that's very interesting. Anybody want to take a guess?
But what Rodney cannot guess, and what he will not know until the films are developed later, and will bring an even bigger smile to his face, is the stunning photograph of a leopard caught in the flash. In actual fact, it's the slightly blurred image of a snow leopard mother and 2 cubs. It's definite proof that the animals are breeding, and that there could be a viable leopard population in the region. It's justification for all the hard work that goes into conserving the snow leopard. And you can help too. Contributions to the SLC will enable them to continue with ongoing projects. The snow leopard and all the other wild animals of the Himalayas can survive. Of course, with a little help from their friends.